everybody, welcome to a special edition of Builders and Beer. I'm Mark Blickenstaff, General Manager of Moore Lumber and Hardware here in Castle Rock, Colorado. Today I have Marne Hansen, the Director of the Castle Rock Park and Trails Foundation. Marne, thank you so much for being here.
Cheers.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Today's episode is brought to you by Philip Jordan Designs. Everything you need designed, Philip Jordan does, and more. And also, welcome to my backyard. We're not in a brewery tonight, but we are enjoying Colorado beers regardless. So, Marne, tell us all about Castle Rock Parks, because this is a topic that I sincerely love. My family and I love it, and so we're a little bit passionate about it. So tell us all about it.
Well, Castle Rock is really unique because of our landscape and how much open space we actually do have. And we have a ton of really great parks that our town people have put into place. The foundation was started in 2012 by Ernie Fazekas, who is a lawyer here in town, who has since passed, but he put into place this organization that puts people's money, the donations that we get, to use for town properties, parks, and trails. So we've done different projects to sort of boost the amenity. We've put in maps on Ridgeline Trail. We actually built a whole new trail out at Gateway Mesa, Legacy Trail. And this year we took on a huge project, Butterfield Park, which we're going to talk a lot today. We're going to put in a playground there, an inclusive playground, possibilities playground. And this is for everyone. So I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that.
Heck yeah. Okay, so we'll get to that in a hot second. So Ernie started this foundation, and essentially it's a way for us as community people to contribute to our parks and trails that we all enjoy and love. Does it lessen the burden on the city? Is that the intention behind it?
It's pretty interesting. It is, we are the nonprofit partner of the town of Castle Rock, so we work hand in hand with them. But what was happening was that people were donating money, and because town of Castle Rock is a municipality, they can't just take a donation.
Oh.
And so we needed a nonprofit entity to be able to process that money and do something with it. So now we have money earmarked for different projects and properties in town, and if someone says, I would like to give to the Ridgeline Trail, we can get that money to the POST program, which is a volunteer program here in town, or for instance, the Legacy Trail that we did work on, we hired the volunteers for Outdoor Colorado, and the money from the foundation was able to provide that, so the town could go out and organize a group to build on that trail.
So what I love about this whole story, honestly, is that our town is so top notch. I mean, our community members are badass, and they can't help themselves but to give money to something they are passionate and appreciate. And we had a problem that we had to solve by we're getting too much money from our community members.
Right.
That's so amazing. I love it. I love this town. It's one of the best in the world. Okay, so let's talk about the hot topic for sure. Butterfield Park.
Sure.
Or Crossing.
Butterfield Crossing Park.
There's a lot of words. Okay. It is going to be one of the premier, truly awesome, inclusive playgrounds coming to our town.
Yeah.
And this is not a small thing.
No.
Because when you and I had chatted before, there aren't inclusive playgrounds in Douglas County?
No, none in the county at this time.
So this is a need.
Yeah.
And this is a huge need for our community, because we do need to have inclusive facilities. This is awesome. So I want you to talk a little bit about Butterfield, because
Sure.
I'm pretty excited about it.
So Butterfield was on the docket with the town to renovate. It's about a 35-year-old park. It's in desperate need. If you look back at the pictures, it looks the same now as it did in 1988 when they built it. And so the town goes through and fixes parks up. This had an opportunity that the foundation was seeing, that they were going to build a new playground, but we really were like, we have our finger on the pulse in this situation, because an inclusive playground is super needed, as you said. It's going to be the first one in Douglas County, and it is something that everyone can use. People of all abilities can go there. There's kind of a misconception that it would be just for folks that have special needs, but really it's meant to be inclusive. That's the whole idea, so that you are having kids play alongside with folks that might look different than them, have differing needs. Siblings can take their brother or sister that might be in a wheelchair and go together to the playground, which is really cool. So we kind of started looking into it, and we had some some plans already laid for what that might look like, but we're tripling the size of the current playground, and we're putting in about 8 elements that will be wheelchair accessible, very much have sensory items that, taste, touch, smell. Probably not taste. We're not licking rocks or anything.
Yeah. My mom said to stop doing that, so. Okay, so Marty, you're talking about it being inclusive. I mean, and we're talking about everybody, all shape sizes and everything. But how do you make a park appealing to visually impaired?
So we're going to have some braille in this park. We're going to have items that cater to children with cochlear implant. A lot of people don't know that kids with a cochlear implant for hearing can't go down a regular slide because of static.
I didn't know
So
that.
we have a neat roller table that will simulate kind of a sliding motion for kids like that. We have an embankment slide, so someone in a chair can go all the way up to the top, or someone who might need a buddy to go down. It's going to be a double wide slide, which is really neat. And then the surfaces that will be around the items that are accessible have just like a soft foam rather than the mulch that you see in a lot of playgrounds. So they'll be able to roll right up to a merry-go-round, roll onto it, and be able to propel themselves, which is just incredible. A lot of families in town have told us that the amenity of an inclusive park is so appealing, but oftentimes it's underdone. There's not enough equipment, or the equipment is not taken care of because they put it in at a school, so they don't have someone to care for a bucket seat on a swing set. So a parent will show up and want to use that inclusive thing, and there's mulch, so her child in the chair can't wheel to it, so she can put her child in it, but then the buckle's broken for the harness or whatever. So it gets frustrating. And I know, having kids, we traveled really far to go to a playground that was awesome. We would travel up to Centennial because it was a long time ago, and parents want cool stuff for their kids to do. So.
And Butterfield is a gigantic park to start with. And so by you tripling the size of the playground area alone, I mean, not only is that awesome for our community, but it's just flat out awesome for our whole area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a regional thing now.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I love it. Okay, so me as a community member, outside of More Lumber, how do I help?
Yeah, we kind of took a 3-prong approach, similar to what other people do for fundraising. We are looking at sponsorships from large companies. I really wanted to get the community involved. I've been in Castle Rock for about 25 years, and I have a huge heart for this town, and I know so many people do. So we really went to small businesses to ask for whether it was gifts in kind, sponsorships, helping out with just a donation or a matching donation. And then we have done some really fun stuff with kids in town. There's been a few kind of play dates started up this summer. Kids are bringing their piggy bank money. And so locals, adults and kids, we've gotten up to about $7,000 just in that kind of little tiny giving as well. So
I love it. I love all of that. That is, that is the essence of community right there.
Yes.
I mean, you have people that this may not impact that are still passionate about it. Excuse me. It's just flat out incredible. And to watch this town come together is phenomenal. Okay, so how else can we help?
Well, we are still looking for sponsorship people. Big companies, small companies, large dollar amounts, small dollar amounts, really it all matters. We have a kind of a slogan that your coffee money counts, but also we're looking for companies that want to step forward and get some recognition for helping out with this project, or someone that could sponsor an item, say like More Lumber did. More Lumber helped out with Tunes for Trails. We have these free concerts in the summertime, and you guys gave us a Yeti cooler to do a little opportunity drawing, and that got, we got extra money because people were getting in the drawing, and that's an exciting piece. So gifts like that are also incredible for us.
Perfect. And you brought up the Tunes and Trails.
Yes.
If you haven't been, there's only been one so far. There were a few last year. If you haven't been, they're an amazing time because, our amphitheater, speaking of community, our amphitheater is just one of the most gorgeous. You have the view of the rock. You've got great music, a couple
Beautiful
delicious
summer
beverages.
night like this.
Beautiful summer evenings, yes. So, and the next one is July 24th. 1st.
Yes.
Yes, all right.
Yep.
So,
The third Thursday of every month. It's goes through September, so those are really fun. You can bring your family. There's family things to do, and always great music, and just kind of hang out and be in the Colorado evening air.
perfect. And so, if any of our viewers are thinking, oh my gosh, I really want to contribute, but Butterfield's not quite my jam, there are still opportunities, right? You said you bring in volunteers, you accept money for other projects, so there's always an opportunity for someone to get involved somehow.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
The
Perfect.
parks and trails in this town are one of the most unique things that Castle Rock has going for it. We have grown so fast, but we also have this incredible way to get outdoors. That's kind of our slogan, get outdoors, Castle Rock. Castle Rock is just unique in that way. So people can definitely get involved wherever their heart is in that way.
I absolutely love it. I love it. And like I said, I love Castle Rock. I love our community and how we come together to make these awesome things happen. And yeah, I mean, we win awards for it, but that's not what it's about. It's about us being a community. And I greatly appreciate the work you were doing and your whole board. You all have been amazing and fantastic. I appreciate all of you for what you do. So, Marnie's, thank you so much for coming on today.
Cheers.
And cheers to you. So, folks, jump right in. I mean, if you have any inkling whatsoever to get involved, now is the time to do it. Hit up Marnie. Oh, can we give online?
Yes, there are QR codes around town, so if you see the poster that has the playground, you can use the QR code. We also have getoutdoorscastlerock.org or possibilitiesplayground.org, and both of those will lead you to, we use Colorado Gives for our giving. So
I'm looking at you people in Idaho that I know watch. So everybody needs to jump on board to this awesome project. It's going to be amazing. And frankly, all my folks in Idaho that watch, I know you're coming down to visit, so you're going to see it as well. So again, Marnie, thank you so much. Guys, thanks for joining us today for this special edition of Builders and Beer. I greatly appreciate you. And good night to my wife.